Hi guys, how are you?
How are
Hi,
you?
Rachel. How are you?
I'm doing great. So I'm a Sweeney Todd super fan. So I've been having the time of my life between this and the revival.
Awesome.
I She's been loving it. But to start, Alejandro, you get to be Mrs. Lovett, who is the mastermind of the whole thing, and you have some of her lines, and ultimately, not to spoil anything, but the ending. But so for you, what is kind of the joy of getting to adapt a character like that into a new version for a new audience with, making empanadas?
Uh, yeah, it was a joy. Um, the the tale of Sweeney Todd has so many different reiterations. From the original version, which is a Penny Dreadful that was released in 1800s Victorian
Mhm.
London, to the musical and all these different in between. But to do it in this way, where it's like, we have a woman of color, a Latina woman as the lead, as the Sweeney Todd character, and as me as this empanada maker, as a Mrs. Lovett type character. It was a joy. It was something so different and so exciting and so quirky and weird and fun and dark, and I'm just excited that I was able to be a part of it.
Yeah, and Justina, I do love that. I love Sweeney because I don't think Sweeney's a bad guy, which is weird to say because he is like a victim of his circumstance, and
Sure.
then it just kind of trickles down into I guess I'm murdering people. And I love that this show still kind of sticks
Hmm.
to that
Hmm.
because she is someone who, was wronged multiple times over, and then this is what
Sure.
it kind of snowballed into. And so for you, finding that humanity within her, which I know is the point of the show as well, but finding that humanity, how did you approach a character like this, which is, adapting something that's been adapted, but bringing it into a woman getting to play the role for the first time?
I don't know. When I read the script, I connected with it. Truly, it truly is what it is. I think I approach every role with a lot of humanity and a lot of
Mhm.
truth. Even when I was on One Day at a Time, one of the reasons I love that show so much was because the humor came from real things. And this is what's happening in this show. It's a grounded show. In fact, Dolores is the most grounded character with all of these kind of crazy characters in her orbit, like going
Mhm.
around her, but yet she's the one really causing the chaos. He's cleaning up her mess, and she's literally like, "You're crazy," but she's a little crazy too. but
Hmm.
but she's relatable because you see this woman that's been wrong, that's had like 16 years of her life taken away,
Mhm.
for something that is, like she says, now legal, that has now been gentrified. That's a line in the show. Even the drug business
Mhm.
has been gentrified. So yeah, I think that, oh my God, I lost my train of thought.
You're fine. You were talking
That
about
always happens
bringing
to me. I
humanity.
was like, I get into the thing, I'm like, I lost my train of thought. But it was great to play her. And I think that the humanity is, and I think that's another thing about the script, is that the humanity is in that script.
Mhm.
It's like the script is so great. I mean, Aaron had been working on this for 10 years. So this has been something he's been living with for 10 years, Dolores Roach. So she was so flushed, and she was fleshed out, and there were so many layers. It was easy to ground her with humanity.
And with a story like this, I do have to say, man, I don't eat meat pies because of Sweeney Todd. I was like, I'm good, but I love empanadas, and so I am like, I can't not eat an empanada. I'm gonna have to fight the urge. But for you both, what do you hope audiences take away from this telling of a story, like a kind of story we do know?
Go ahead, Alejandro.
Oh yeah. No, I think that they're gonna take away a lot of it. I mean, it's just so many different. The show has just so many different layers. It's funny. It's really twisted. It's quirky. It's heartbreaking. It's dark. It's a bit gory. That goes back to being funny. And I hope that I hope they're entertained and they enjoy it. But I also think that there's all this. There's a lot of topical things in the show as well, which is gentrification and
Mhm.
how we treat prisoners when they try to transition back into society, and all those are things that are very very real, and they're done in a very unique way. They're talked about in a very unique way. But I hope that people think on that and are able to consider certain things when they watch the show.
Yeah, I thank you so much. When I say I'm obsessed with this, it's not like I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. I'm genuinely obsessed with this show. And I cannot wait for people to see it. And I want so many more things about it just because it's so good. I'm
Oh,
obsessed.
thank
Thank you,
you so
Rachel. Thank
much.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Look,
you.
thank you guys. Have a great day.
Bye.
Take
Bye.
care.